My cup looks very strange in this corner. Let me just move that. It's cold anyway. So I recently finished my latest emotional support show, which was Shadowhunters. It's a series on Netflix. This was not like my first choice of show. Let me just give you some background. So I actually started off with Dead Boy Detectives. I was kind of going through like a phase of like I need to be distracted. So watched that show from beginning to end. Loved it. Can't wait for season 2. I'm gonna be ecstatic when it finally releases. And then that was over, so I replaced it with Lockwood and Co., which was pretty decent. I feel like they canceled it a little too soon, but then it was over, and it got to a point where I was like, okay, cool, now I'm gonna be home alone for a week. I need another show to watch. Like, I can't deal with myself being like just alone, me, myself, and I. There needs to be something in the background. So I started watching this show. Okay, wait, let me further explain. Like, there are obviously other options of things you can watch, but there's like a specific genre that I'm into, that I'm like willing to watch. I don't actually like watching shows. It's just I was kind of going through this phase. It's like a whole thing. But anyway, I started watching the show. The first episode, the pilot, it was a nightmare. Let me put it this way. If someone told me this was some kid's high school project and he just pulled in a bunch of friends and their uncles and aunts, I would have believed them. Like, even the CGI could have been explained away with like, oh, someone had a rich dad who pulled some strings. Like, I would have believed them if they told me that. That's how bad the acting was. But the storyline. I watched probably more than half of the first season while being home alone. And like once you can kind of like gloss over the bad acting and you actually get into the story, it's pretty decent. Like it hooked me. It definitely hooked me, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to get home in the afternoons from work so I can watch my show. That's how into this thing that I got. But it was still bad to the point where like if my boyfriend walked in on me watching the show, I would turn it off because then I would like come back to reality and be aware of the bad acting and get like secondhand embarrassment because it's just bad. It's just so cringe. I really like this show. Like I really liked the storyline. And last night around 6:30 I finished the very last episode, and I don't know how to deal with the way they ended everything. I don't know if there was like some kind of budget situation. I don't know if they actually initially planned to have a fourth season, like a proper fourth season. There was like a season 1 to 3 and then season 3B. I don't really want to read into what actually happened because I'll probably just get more frustrated, but essentially the ending. So when I was mid season 2, I was like, I kind of want to buy the books. I kind of want to have like more of the story. Like I want to stay in this world a little bit longer, be a little bit more intertwined with these characters because like I feel like I'm in this world now. And then that last episode happened and I'm just like, do I even want to buy the books anymore? Because that was just, if that's actually how it ends, I'm not going to be okay. Should I buy the books? I'm confused. I'm honestly like, I'm going through a whole back and forth tug of war thing in my mind right now. I'm gonna need you guys to comment down below, let me know if I should actually buy the books, if it's better. Did you watch the series? Did you also feel that like piece of you die when they just like squeeze in that random thing at the last 5 minutes? Like what happened? Should I buy the books? Am I gonna be happier? Am I gonna be better off? Did they just like change something for the show? I need answers. Internet, help me.